Hey friends, it's Mike DeJohn and welcome back to SoundstageEDU. Around here, we talk about the real side of the fine arts. The part that happens backstage in booster meetings and in those quiet moments where you start wondering why you volunteered in the first place. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm a production manager, educator, and longtime fine arts advocate who spent decades helping schools and parent groups rebuild systems that serve people, not just programs. This is not a how-to podcast. This is a how we feel podcast that leads us towards how we fix it. And right now, we're in the middle of something I'm calling the State of the Boosters, the Booster Culture Deep Dive, a full series on what's really happening behind the scenes in our fine arts programs and how we rebuild before it all falls apart. So if you haven't yet, hit that follow button on Spotify or Apple or Amazon, because this conversation's just getting started, and these next few episodes might be the most important ones we've ever done up until this point. So every booster club has one. The treasurer. Usually quiet, often the most dependable person in the room, and usually the one holding everything together by a thread. I've been in that room where the treasurer clutches a 3-inch binder like it's body armor, every receipt labeled, every transaction highlighted. But the air is heavy because the rest of the board has questions. Someone asks, "Why haven't we seen the bank statement this month?" And suddenly, you can feel the temperature drop. She looks down, her hands trembling, and she says, "Because I was waiting on the director to sign off." That's all it takes. Doubt, division, distrust. And here's the truth. The woman didn't do anything wrong. She's simply drowning in a system with no structure, no checklist, no written process, just expectation. That's the treasurer trap. You get all the responsibility and none of the protection. Most boosters aren't built on policies. They're built on passion. Someone says, "Hey, I'll keep up with the money this year." And suddenly they're CFO of a $60,000 operation, sometimes bigger. No training, no manual, no oversight. I've seen it all. Venmo accounts tied to personal phones. Cash envelopes stored in glove boxes. Presidents approving expenses through text messages. Listen, y'all, that's not corruption. That's chaos pretending to be efficiency. I mean, you wouldn't run a theater production without a script, would you? But boosters, they do it every day with their finances. And if you're listening to this thinking, "Yeah, we could probably tighten things up," that's exactly why we're here. Because this series isn't about shame, it's about alignment. In the paid tier of this show, our Insider series, I'll actually walk through the templates and policy frameworks we use to fix this exact issue. So when you're ready to turn that "we should" into "we did," that's where you'll find the roadmap. So I'll never forget this call. It was close to midnight when the message came through. And yes, I will take those calls at that time when you're one of my ongoing consultation clients. You will always have access to me. I need you guys to understand that. I know that what we do never rests. It never takes breaks. So I'm always ready to be there and help you. Within reason, of course. But like I said, it was close to midnight when the message came through. A mom, crying. "Mike, they think I stole from them." Her voice cracked in half when she said it. I could hear papers rustling in the background, receipts spread across her kitchen table, every hot dog bun, every roll of tape, every soda from the concession stand, all of it. And she wasn't crying because they accused her. She was crying because she loved those kids, and this was supposed to mean something good. That's what this trap does. It takes your helpers, the ones who care the most, and it breaks their spirit And guys, listen carefully. Once they're gone, they rarely, if ever, come back. That's the human cost of a broken system. We keep telling ourselves that money is the problem. It's not. The absence of process is. A good treasury system doesn't just keep you legal, it keeps you safe. 2 signatures on every check, shared access to online banking, monthly reconciliation reports that get reviewed by more than one person. It is not micromanagement. It's stewardship. And you can build that right now before the next crisis. For our paid subscribers, I've uploaded a full walkthrough of how to rebuild a transparent finance flow from scratch, including templates for reports, handoff checklists, and a shared folder system. Because the only thing scarier than someone stealing your money is nobody knowing if they did. The fix isn't complicated. It's consistent. So here's 5 points for you. Number 1, start by writing a 1-page financial policy. Doesn't need to be complicated, just 1 page. Number 2, make sure 2 people always handle every transaction without question, no exceptions here. Number 3, rotate your treasurer annually, but train the next one 6 months before they ever take over. Number 4, keep your records in a shared cloud folder. And then number 5, celebrate transparency the same way you celebrate ticket sales. Because when you make honesty the culture, trust follows naturally. And once that trust comes back, everything else gets better. It gets easier. To every treasurer that's listening right now, I see you. You are the unsung hero of every show, every competition, every fundraiser. You're the person who quietly keeps the lights on and the wheels turning. And I know how heavy it feels. I know what it's like to feel responsible for everything and appreciated by no one. But I also know that you are not alone. There are people out here right now building the systems that can finally take that weight off of your shoulders. That's why SoundstageEDU exists. Not to play hero, but to help the helpers. If you haven't followed yet, now's a good time to do it, because over the next several weeks, we're going to hit every piece of this puzzle. Elections, burnout, communication breakdowns, the culture of fear, and we're going to rebuild this thing from the inside out. This was episode 1 of our Booster Deep Dive. The treasurer trap, when transparency turns to trust issues. If you found yourself nodding along, share this podcast with your team, your board, or even your director. Because culture doesn't change by accident. It changes when someone decides the truth matters more than comfort. And if you want to go deeper, check out the SoundstageEDU Insider tier, where we walk through the full finance templates, board training guides, and step-by-step governance materials you can start using right away. So until next time, I'm Mike DeJohn, and this is SoundstageEDU. Let's raise the bar together.